Morning.
Morning, hey, Emmy's rousting the kids out of bed. She'll be down in a minute.
That's fine, I'll just wait here.
No, well, come on, Linda. I got some coffee going on in the kitchen.
I've had some already, thanks.
How's your work?
I'll get it.
Should be down in a second. Who is it, son?
It's Lurla Spettiswood, and your dog has taken its last crap in my front yard.
Lurla, this is Mary Elizabeth's friend, Renee Jackson. Renee, this is our neighbor, Lurla.
Nice to meet you.
I'm not here for introductions. I am here to issue a warning. Collier, I believe this belongs to you.
That wasn't very nice, Lurla.
Well, it wasn't very nice finding it next to my azalea bushes either. One more violation of my property and I will take action. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, you are, son. Would you run this out the trash for me, please? Don't worry, Will. I'll make sure Scout stays in the back. Because we wouldn't want to upset the prettiest gal on the block, now would we?
Lurla?
Mary Elizabeth? As for you, Missy, your car is parked illegally.
Excuse me?
Anything further than 18 inches from the curb is ticketable. I do hope that I won't have to call the authorities.
Is she like that with everyone?
Now, don't you walk away from me. You stop right there. I'm talking to you, Bob Mott.
Come here. Just see for yourself.
My bacon's burning, Lurla.
I have told you 1,000 times that this hedge is a traffic hazard.
And I told you my trimming's being repaired.
Well, borrow one then, because if it is not cut within 24 hours, I'll have you fined.
Personally, I think she's evil and must be destroyed, whereas Collier just thinks she's an eccentric whose bark is worse than her bite.
Yeah, but is anything worse than her taste? There aren't that many gnomes in Disneyland.
Did you ever notice there's no basketball hoops on our street? Lurla had the city remove them, claimed dribbling brought on her migraine. She even got our church to stop ringing their bell, said that disturbed the peace.
If she's that bad, why haven't you set her straight?
Because anybody who tries gets fine sued or generally made miserable. Better just to not get involved and avoid her altogether.
This from the woman who made every bully we grew up with cry.
Look, if Lurla decides to sick the city on us,
we'd need a second mortgage just to cover dog crap citation.
Collier's disability's maxed out. And doctor's supposed to let him know today when he can go back to work. But enough about my exciting life. What's going on in the wonderful world of Renee Jackson, attorney at law?
Not much.
Oh, well, that covers it.
Really, there's work and that's it. Okay, fine. The local paper's doing an article on the firm. Daughter of James Jackson, continues legacy, et cetera, et cetera.
Hey, that's not nothing. That's great, Renee. Gosh, what else you hiding?
Garrett called. Just checking in, being sweet.
And keeping his finger in the pot. I thought you moved down here to get away from the slick willies of the world.
You saying the men here are better?
Well, you're here, might as well enjoy the local product.
Why do I get the feeling you're living vicariously through me?
Wouldn't you if you'd only ever been with Collier?
Better to be with one good man than with 20 that didn't quite work out.
20? As in 2-0?
Ish.
Damn!
Good morning, Odessa.
Morning.
You in all day today?
I got a doctor's appointment in an hour, lunch at 1, and the dentist this afternoon.
She just got in.
I've been answering phones for her all morning. Who's Garrett? He's called 3 times. Is that a bad thing?
No, he's an ex-fiancé, boyfriend, whatever.
Really? Weren't for my kids, my ex never speak to me at all.
I didn't know you had children.
Boy and girl. 2 best things ever happened to me. You like kids?
Yeah, I even thought I'd have a couple by now.
Birmingham Daily called to confirm your interviews tonight.
Too bad. I was hoping to put them off for a year.
Why? Great publicity for the firm, great honor for you.
It's talking about the company, fine, but talking about myself is...
Not your favorite thing, huh? I know. I mean, here, we work together 10 hours a day, and I didn't even know you had an ex-fiancé. Not that it's any of my business. Anyway, I'll get to work.
Mama says the sleepover is like taking a trip, so I brought paper to make a list of our lady things. Doesn't she know her grandma's house is only 2 blocks farther than mine? She knows. Know what else we need? We need a deck of cards so we can play war. What about your mother? Does she know I'm sleeping over too? Grandma Otis says we need to keep it our secret. Said everyone needs to have mystery in their life. My uniform itches. How come you don't have to wear a uniform at your school? We just don't. Are you bringing a nightgown or a baby doll? Yuck, neither. You're supposed to wear regular old pajamas in case something bad happens. Bad like what? Like a tornado or a tidal wave. I know. We can tell ghost stories and get spooked. Duck and cover, Renee. Renee, hurry, duck and cover. Quick, hurry. It's only for practice. No. Daddy says that the commies are gonna bomb us. Duck and cover. See? It wasn't for real. It could have been. What if it was? But it wasn't, so it doesn't matter. I know. I wore my flower pajamas to the sleepover. They're pretty.
President Kennedy has said that the USSR, contrary to its assurances, building up missile and bomber bases in Cuba. Kennedy authorized a blockade of Cuba effective October 22nd. All shipment offensive weapons.
Will you be quiet? I'm trying to sleep. I don't get 8 hours. I'm gonna have bags under my eyes. What are you doing? Did you wet your bed? You are such a spaz.
Don't tell on me, please.
Mother!
Now, I don't know what's bringing this back on there, Elizabeth, but we best not take any chances.
I'm sorry, Mama. It won't happen again.
This is exactly why I should have my own room.
Go to sleep, Teresa. This doesn't concern you. I'm sure this phase will pass. It did before. But we don't want to ruin any beds, especially at Grandma's. So you just take this with you.
I won't do it at her house. I promise.
It's late, and I don't want to discuss it any further. You hear? Honestly, the way you're acting, you'd swear it was the end of the world.
Mom, I don't know how to cook.
It's not cooking, Kelly. It's stirring. And if you would just do it until I get back from the store, we might be able to celebrate your father's last day of unemployment, which requires beer.
But, Mom,
Just stir it. Jeez. I gotta ask her to bake a souffle. Ah! Where? That's perfect. Dog poop and smart-ass kids. Does it get any better than this? Ugh. I'm gonna kill her, and then I'm gonna kill the dog. This is not a good sign.
Murderer!
I'm so sorry, Lurla. I'm so sorry. It was an accident. accident.
It was no accident. You think I don't know that you've always hated my gnomes?
Look, I'll replace them. It's just as simple as that.
They are irreplaceable. These gnomes came all the way from Norway.
Just calm down.
I will not calm down. You and your whole tribe always trying to rub your lifestyle into my face.
We have a lifestyle?
You with your white trash relatives and your colored friends.
Now, wait a minute. I'm going to ask you to stop right there, because if I don't, I'm going to get mad. Neither one of us wants that. Now, look, I'll clean this up, and I'll get you some new gnomes. And then we'll be even, all right?
Oh, will we? Remember, Missy, the law is always on my side.
Well, well, well. Little Miss Switzerland's finally in the fray.
Nathan Scholes from the Birmingham Daily called. I can't make the interview till 8 o'clock. Wanted to know if he could meet you at your house instead.
Oh, great. Now I actually have to think about what to wear.
Listen, the State Bar Association's having this wine and cheese thing. It's Friday if you're interested.
I might already have something that night. Let me double check, okay?
Sure. Just let me know.
Norwegian gnomes, ugly little ceramic sculptures from Norway. Do you carry them? Uh-huh. You only carry trolls. Well, hey, you're gonna play Get Outside.
Why?
Because I said so. Trust me, in 20 years, you'll understand the beauty of that statement. I'm sorry, $85 for a troll? Well, I'm in the wrong line of work. Let me call you back to order. Yeah, thanks. Your doctor's appointment was 3 hours ago. I was inching up on getting worried about you.
Should have called, I guess. Stopped off to see a friend.
What'd the doctor say about your back?
No, said it was healing up nicely. Said I could ease off the pain pills. Said I can forget about any physical labor.
What?
I can't go back to work. At least not the kind of work I've been doing all my life. Not sure where that leaves us. You want one?
I'd rather have a cigarette.
I thought you quit.
Yeah, that was before I ran over Lurla's gnomes. Happened this afternoon.
Funny how things go from bad to worse.
What are the chances that's Publishers Clearinghouse? Yes.
This is a notification of legal action, ma'am. Malicious destruction of property, financial, and emotional distress damages. Good day.
Collier?
What's the matter, Mom?
Oh, it's just adult stuff, honey. Nothing for you to worry about. Go on and play now.
What's all the fuss?
It's Lurla. The bitch is suing us over gnomes.
So, having made the transition from corporate D.C. law firm to Birmingham storefront practice, any regrets?
It's an adjustment. The work's emotionally demanding. Was it the right decision? Absolutely. I have friends and family.
A beautiful home.
It's my mother's. I'm just staying here until I get my own place.
What about the cultural adjustment? Has it affected your hobbies, favorite things to do?
Yes and no. Give me an oven and a fridge and I'm happy. I love cooking. I find it very healing.
Anyway, we've covered a lot of ground. I think you'll be pleased with the article.
The last time a reporter said that to me, I was wildly misquoted and badly photographed.
Won't happen. And I can't imagine you not photographing well.
I'm a notorious eye closer. It's not pretty. Excuse me. Hello? Hold on.
Oh, it's okay. I've taken enough of your time. It's really been a pleasure. And, welcome home.
Thank you. Garrett, if I didn't know better, I'd say you've missed me. This Friday?
Been up here all morning. Planning on breakfast anytime soon?
I had some calls to make.
You tossed and turned all night last night. Me too. Visions of that old hag taking us for all we're worth. You okay?
Yeah. I'll talk to Lurla and get all straightened out.
Well, you better do it soon since we've moved into the legal arena with her.
I'll do it on my way to work.
Work? Memory serves, you were at the doctor's yesterday and you're unemployed.
Had a stand-in offer from a friend. Finally took him up on it this morning.
Who the hell is this friend and what is that you're putting around your neck?
A tie. Friend's name is Bud. Owns a car lot. New and used.
Hello? Are you the only one in this marriage? Are we going to talk about this?
No.
Car sales?
What is it you guys used to say when you decide to go back to school? Carp something, seize the day? That's what I'm doing.
Carpe diem. And where in any dictionary is that translated as go out and sell cars?
Dad's selling cars now? Cool. Does that mean we can get a new one?
No. David, stop feeding that dog.
But I don't like the fat part.
Well, we paid for the whole piece.
So shut up and eat it, twerp. You shut
Now,
up.
what if something happened you never saw each other again? Is this how you want to remember your final moments together?
Yeah.
Honey, you hate sales as much as you hate ties. Come on, do you really want to do this?
Yes, damn it, I really want to do this. It's all going to work out, I promise, okay?
What about the bitch?
Excuse me. Since when do you use language like that, young man?
Since I heard you say it yesterday.
I'd like you to go.
But have you ever heard the expression, do as I say, not as I do?
Isn't that what I did?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to think about that for a minute and get back to you. Meantime, school now.
Organization of American States voted unanimously to authorize the use of armed force to prevent
Hey, Mama.
offensive weapons.
You just getting in from school?
Yeah.
Photos of offensive missile
What you watching?
displayed
It's just the
to
news, honey.
Adelaide Stevenson. The next day, the U.S. Navy.
You hear the air raid siren today?
Yeah, it was real loud. Are we gonna get bombed, Mama?
Oh, no, honey, of course not. Do you remember where you were when it happened?
Out playing. Why?
Because it's important for your daddy and me to know where you are at any given moment. That's all.
What about the sleepover?
Well, that might have to wait. I want you home as much as possible.
I'll cancel it if you want.
I think that'd be a good idea, honey. A real good idea. Now, you go on. Dinner will be ready soon.
Yes, Mama.
On that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact.
Aren't the days of the media asking permission gone?
Depends how you feel about the subject.
No better torchbearer than a daughter born into the legacy of her father's civil rights quest. Heavy, but nice. Maybe too nice.
Article comes out tomorrow. There's still time for changes. And I did have one more question. You busy Friday night?
Before I answer that, can I ask you something? Are you married?
I wouldn't ask you out if I was.
It happens, trust me. How often do you ask the subjects of your interviews out?
Oh, well, now there you've caught me. Called Jesse Jackson last night. He had other plans. Not really my type, though, Renee.
What time Friday?
I'll call you to firm up.
Okay. Maybe I'll even cook us something.
That'd be great. Talk to you then.
So you got 2 dates on Friday night and a boyfriend in D.C. who wants to visit at the same time. Now I understand the 20 men.
I told Garrett not to come, which of course meant a fight. I don't know what I'm going to do about Graham. We work together.
Well, cancel him and go out with the reporter.
Who I barely know.
What you have the major hots for?
I practically threw myself at him. Why? I don't know. You'd think by now I'd learned to avoid the players, but they're so damned appealing.
Well, I say cancel them all and come over to dinner at the Sims house, where if you're very quiet and don't clink your silverware too loud, maybe you won't get sued.
I mean, if you need counsel...
We would pay in installments if we could.
Will you stop? I'd be happy to do this. Besides, it sounds like a cut-and-dry case of vexatious litigation. It'd be fun.
Vexatious? Huh?
Someone who files frivolous lawsuits.
You know, when you came back a big, rich, powerful attorney from D.C., I made a promise to myself that I would never ask for a legal favor. And here I am. Didn't take me long, did it?
What we'd like to do is appear before a judge and prove Mrs. Spettiswood guilty of filing frivolous lawsuits.
So I'd be going to court against her?
Well, Mary Elizabeth and Collier would, but by citing your experience with Lurla, I suppose you would be too, in essence.
In essence, sounds a lot like in person to me. Cost me $3,000 the last time I tangled with her. Don't think I can help you.
So, last year, Miss Spettiswood sued you for killing her ivy via your car exhaust?
That was when I was having muffler problems. I had to re-landscape her whole damn yard, take out a loan to do it, and I'm still making payments. Can I go now?
But you won your case.
On paper, sure. The city said I could keep my hedge, but no higher than 8 feet. Now I've got Lurla out there every day with a measuring tape threatening to call the cops. She's got a way of making you lose, no matter what.
What I'm saying is, despite the fact that your neighbors live in fear of her, we have a case. If you have her declared a vexatious litigant...
Wait a second. I don't know if we can handle some big court thing.
Trust me. Taking the offensive is the best way to handle this.
Hey.
Hey, hon. How's your first day?
It's great. Got a few leads. Almost sold a minivan.
Renee was just saying she thinks we ought to take Lurla to court.
I heard. Sounds expensive.
Good thing my best friend's a big shot attorney, huh?
You already started on this?
No, not really. Just seems like the smart thing to do.
Well, then there you have it.
I'll file, try to get us on the docket for the end of the week. Now, all you've got to do is stay clear of Lurla till then.
Pretty hard thing to do when she lives next door.
Can I ask you something? Why are you so afraid of this woman?
I'm not afraid of her. Things just go spinning out of control, you know? The blink of an eye, everything gets taken away from you. No rhyme or reason. I learned that with Bobby. After you lose a child, you never feel safe again.
If you want, I can try talking to Lurla as your attorney. Maybe I can worry her into dropping the case.
That would be helpful.
Nothing bad's gonna happen, Emmy. I promise.
Yeah? Then why does it feel like a storm's coming?
Thank you for coming, Mrs. Spettiswood.
I can't say it's a pleasure. So, you're the Sims attorney. Do much pro bono work?
Let me get right to the point. I plan to have you declared a vexatious litigant by the court. You must admit you have quite a list of lawsuits to your name.
The Alabama Litigation Accountability Act. To hit me with that, you have to, 1, win the case, and 2, prove that my lawsuit was without substantial justification. I believe that is the term from the statute, isn't it?
Yes, that law was specifically enacted for the courts to sanction parties who bring frivolous lawsuits, which your case clearly is.
International versus Pace, 1996 decision, Alabama Court of Appeals.
Just because you've done some research doesn't make your case any more viable.
If I had $1 for every time someone accused me of being vexatious, Counselor, I wouldn't have to go on suing, would I?
So you admit you're just trying to get money out of my clients?
No, I am trying to protect my constitutional right to sue people like your clients. She should have looked where she was driving.
You have no damages. You can't be serious about claiming emotional distress.
Oh, yes, I am, Missy. And I'm going to let the mayor and my councilman and my many friends on the bench know about it. Good day, Counselor.
She was supposed to meet me and never did. I was worried she was sick or something.
Well, maybe Emmy's sick of you.
What do you mean?
I saw her at school playing with some other girls, so if Emmy stood you up, maybe it's because she don't like you anymore.
Don't listen to him. He's full of hot air.
No, I'm not. You're not one of her real friends, Renee. You can't be.
Trust in me in all you do. Have the faith I have in you. Love will see us through if only you trust in me. Why don't you trust me?
Oh, that's the third man you've lost, baby.
Sorry.
And you've been moping around like you lost your best friend. Here, try again. Oh, I hit the nail on the head. You two get into some kind of a fight?
Emmy doesn't like me anymore.
She tell you this?
No, her real friends did.
Well, I think you better find out from Emmy direct yourself rather than relying on her friends.
But what if she tells me she doesn't like me right to my face? I might cry or something.
And then what would happen? Then you deal with it, Renee. Remember what I said about most folks being worried about the bomb? When people like us face danger every day, we're used to it. It makes us all stronger. Even you. Okay. Why don't you tell Daddy what he can do to make you feel better? Come on now.
Let me win.
Oh, no. You go ahead and roll the dice.
Oh, double. What's all this?
This one's from Nathan, this one's from Garrett. Must use the same florist. Anyway, I got you on the docket tomorrow for that vexatious litigation case.
This is one time I wish you weren't so efficient.
You need more material on this?
Maybe. Turns out our neighborhood crank's an armchair lawyer. She even quoted case law.
Think she's gonna give you a run for your money?
It's not me I'm worried about.
Look, you'll do fine, Renee. Need anything else, let me know.
Graham? About that wine and cheese thing.
It's okay.
I should have said something. I just wasn't sure if you meant a date, and if you did, whether or not that was such a good idea.
The Bar Association has those wine and cheese things a few times a year. Don't worry about it.
Great.
Look, I'm not going to kid you, Renee. I like you. And I bet I've got more in common with you than that reporter or Garrett. But the reality is, you're not interested.
Graham, to be honest, I'm not sure how I feel about any of this, but if I led you on in any way...
You didn't. We just hit it off, despite ourselves.
Just sit, Scout. Stay. Davis, you better not be outside. I'm not. No, 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 no.
Get away from my fence. Shoot. I told you to get that mangy animal away from my property.
Hey!
Get away from my fence. Shoot. Shoot.
Did I tell you to stay inside? I didn't mean for him to get out.
Well, you should both be inside, you little savages. Get away from my property. Oh! Oh!
Knock it off!
Oh, let go!
You're hurting my sister!
Let go! Get away from here! Oh! 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 Oh!
What the hell? My God, what happened?
That witch poked us with a ray and Scout knocked her down.
That beast attacked me. I may never walk again.
Are you the mother of these two?
Yes, I am, and I'd certainly like to know what's going on here.
It seems your animal attacked a certain Mrs. Spettiswood.
Mom, he was just protecting us. She's the one who attacked us with her ray.
Let me just get this straight. Is Lurla saying that our dog bit her?
Threateningly lunged at her, causing a fall which may have broken her wrist.
Wait a minute, wait. How come it is that you believe her words over my kids?
We have to take this animal in while this is being investigated. He may be a threat to public safety.
He was defending my kids.
No, let him go, let him go.
Davis, wait, just look, please. Don't do this. We'll keep him in. We'll put him on a leash. Anything you want, just don't do this, please.
After your neighbor files a report, a determination will be made and you'll be notified.
What kind of determination?
If your dog's found to be a threat, he'll be put down.
It's not fair. How can you let them do this?
Davis, honey, wait.
She's afraid. How can you?
Look. Listen. Thought you might come here.
It's kind of your safe place, isn't it?
Want to talk? Yeah, you're pretty upset, huh? Yeah, I picked up on that. I'm real bright that way. Look, we are gonna get Scout back, no matter what it takes. And Renee is gonna help us fight her in court.
Nobody can help us. They're gonna kill him.
No, honey, that's not true.
Mrs. Spettiswood is gonna kill Scout. She's gonna take all our money and make us homeless.
Honey, I don't know where this is coming from.
It's what you think, isn't it?
I just told him the same old half-truth BS like my parents used to tell me. Everything's gonna be all right.
Hopefully everything will be.
Oh, it's funny. I used to think that losing this house and everything in it would be the worst case scenario for us.
That'd be pretty bad.
She kills our dog. And I have to look in my children's eyes knowing that I couldn't do anything to stop it from happening.
I know. I know.
For years, she has made contemptuous remarks about my gnomes, but naturally, I never, ever imagined that it would come to violence. Obviously, Your Honor, the entire family suffers from suppressed rage, from the youngest child to that beast they call a pet, by which I was attacked. My medical records, Your Honor. Thanks to the Sims family, I have lost all sense of personal safety, and I have suffered severe emotional distress due to their outrageous conduct. Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Jackson.
Your Honor, the crushing of the gnomes was an accident for which Mary Elizabeth Sims took full responsibility. It wasn't a hit and run. It didn't involve injury. So where's the emotional distress? The only distress that exists isn't directed at the plaintiff, but by her. Laura Spettiswood is no victim. She's a vexatious litigant who abuses the legal system to terrorize others. If I may, she's filed 17 cases this year alone. Of those, 11 are aimed at neighbors, the other 6 at public places and private businesses. She has no judgments, but has received a number of nuisance settlements.
And in this case of the dog attack?
Yet another unwinnable case.
My wounds speak for themselves, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have 7 witnesses who will testify that there was no attack that day. These friends and neighbors will testify as to what really happened. That the plaintiff threatened the Sims children with a rake, and that their dog simply barked at her. I have their declarations right here. Thank you.
Seems to me, Miss Spettiswood, that your record, not your wounds, speaks for itself. Judgment for the defendant, and the motion is granted, which means you are therefore prohibited from filing any further lawsuits for a period of 5 years without permission of this court.
Yay.
Yes, we did. Oh. Hey, buddy, okay.
Thank you.
Come on, man.
Oh, well, that's awfully short notice. No, I understand. That Atlanta murder trial's a big deal. Yeah, we'll reschedule. Bye, Nathan.
Hey.
Hi. Everything's okay now, right?
You know, you're great, Renee.
Oh, thank you, Davis.
Davis, why don't you go wait up by the car with your sister?
We're gonna go get Scout.
Yes. I think he has a little crush on you. You're his hero.
Listen, I appreciate everything you've done for our family. And I just guess, thank you. Oh, you want?
It's a pleasure, and no, you don't.
See you out the car.
Mm-hmm. You know, they say people come into your life when they do, for a reason. I know why you're in mine. I just hope there's a good reason why I'm in yours.
It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to listen to me complain about men who cancel on me.
What? That reporter canceled on you?
Yeah, at the last minute. I'm not giving up on Nathan yet. There's something about that guy I really like.
Well, you know, there's always an extra chair at our house. Tuna casserole tonight. And there's a scoop of it with your name on it if you want to take a chance.
God, I haven't made tuna casserole in years.
You cook?
Yeah, like a chef. All I need now is a husband and kids.
Hey, great idea. Why don't I invite Graham?
That's not a great idea. Actually, I mean, that's a lousy idea.
Just rooting for the home team.
You're relentless.
One of my many charms, that and my choice of friends.
And me? What you doing here, Renee? Came to ask you why you don't like me anymore. What the devil are you talking about? You were supposed to meet me at Port Dixie, and you never did. Well, I was gonna. But my mama said I had to stay inside. You can tell me if you don't want to be my friend anymore. It's not gonna make me cry.
Guess who got stuck washing your dirty sheets? Thanks a lot, stupid. Did you know that Emmy wears her own brand of perfume? It's called Eau de P.
Shut up, Teresa. She's just making fun is all. Does it happen when you have nightmares? Because that's when it used to happen to me. It did? Sometimes. Are you going to tell anybody, Renee? Why? It's nobody's business. Hey, I still have the list for the sleepover. You want to finish it? Okay, where we leave off? Deck of cards for playing war. Our flower pajamas. I know. How about our school pictures so we can pick out the cutest boys? You're boy crazy, Renee Jackson. Comb and a brush. Yeah. A radio.
Here to twist the knife, I suppose.
Actually, no. These are for you. Direct from Norway, just came today.
Well, they lack a certain subtlety. Don't appear to be hand-painted. But...
Not bad.
one more thing I suppose I'll have to pack before I can leave this godforsaken place.
It didn't have to be like this, you know.
Like what?
We're not your enemies, Lurla. But from the get-go, you treated us all like that, and you created a world of fear. And I'm ashamed to say I got caught up in it. And call me naive, but I do believe that somewhere deep down in you is a very good but very lonely person just waiting to get out. And I'm here to tell you I'd like to meet her.
You're an idiot.
Well, there's that.
Well, I think we've had enough fun for one night. Between the fortune-telling, the dress-ups, and the popcorn bowls. Well, I'm exhausted. Mary Elizabeth, you want to help me with this, honey?
Okay, Grandma.
And Renee, you can snuff out the candles, sweetie.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think we need this silly old thing, do we? Come on. All set. Now, I want you girls to get a good night's sleep. And no staying up late, you hear? Good night, girl.
Good night, Grandma. Renee, Renee, what if it happens again tonight? It won't. Not if you think of the desert. Pretend your throat's real, real dry. There's nothing but sand for miles and miles. What you thinking about now? Ice cold soda. It's big swimming. You have to concentrate on me. Try again. Quit. What you thinking about? Call your